welcome to Fugate Middle School's auditorium. Here in just a couple of hours on this stage is where the performances will take place. But first, let's take a look behind the scenes to look at some of the hard work and preparation that came to hosting this event. As I entered the event building, volunteers were already setting up the stage for the performances. Meanwhile, in the cafeteria, other volunteers were giving families chips, cookies, and pizza. There was also milk tea on sale. This made me wonder, why are there so many volunteers and what makes them so important?
Volunteer 本身来说，对我们社区来说，华人社区来说很重要的事情，因为毕竟来说，我们是一个少数的群体，那么我们只能说互相团结，才能够使我们更有力量。所以这是我们每个人做义工的原因，因为我们服务大家的时候，同时也就是服务自己。
Back in the auditorium, I noticed a couple of things. There's the people in the cafeteria and the volunteers there that are carrying the food in at this time. Also, there's the people who are rehearsing right now for tonight's show. And I'm excited to see what they're performing for tonight because it looks really spectacular. I mean, this space is really well planned. We have ramps on the side here, and as the volunteers continue to set up, I'm just seeing how smart this setup is because these ramps can be used for performers as well as the anchors, and it's just an efficient way to get on and off the stage. At around 2:30, classes began to wind down and additional volunteers helped set up for food distribution. By 3 o'clock, the place was bustling. The line for food did a full 360 in the cafeteria, but everyone seemed to be in a good mood. The food included Chinese buns, shumai, and sushi, all provided by Ziwei Restaurant. One important thing to note here is that all of the food seemed to be free. And as we enter the first part of this event, I just wanted to say that the people here are making a great atmosphere, as well as the cultural traditions and the food and the calligraphy and all that. The first part of the event so far has gone very well. In addition to the performance at 4:30, there was also a raffle, and Mr. He was probably the best salesperson I've ever seen.
我们今年的 raffle 还有赞助商，一等奖是2名100块钱 Amazon gift card， 2等奖是6名天福阁50块钱 gift card， 3等奖6名20块钱 Amazon gift card。
As the promised 4:30 time closed in, people began to enter the auditorium, and performers backstage were doing their final preparations. On the way there, I passed by the MCs and asked them why they volunteered to talk in front of such a large audience.
So what I like the most is that it's really unexpected and anything can happen.
节目很有趣
Because it's really fun and exciting and you don't know what the other classes are going to perform.
It's very interesting. You have a fun experience and you get to talk.
I think this will be very interesting show.
Then, the lights dimmed and the MCs came on stage to give a warm welcome to the
家
audience.
长和同学们，大家下午好。今天是大年初二，首先我们全体主持人在这里给大家拜年了，祝大家过年好。
The performance itself was one that I will remember for quite some time, starting with little kids in small dresses or uniforms. I can't imagine myself on stage performing at that age. The adults also performed some magnificent dances along with a model walk. The raffle was also a huge hit, with almost every family entering to try and win one of the many prizes. As people depart behind me after the show, I think this was one of the most successful shows I've seen in quite some time. I'm Calvin Can for BFA Media, and I'll see you next time.